Hello, this is Martha with Living the One Light. So today I'm making this video regarding the upcoming full moon in Aquarius, which is happening early Sunday morning, this coming Sunday, August 22nd, 2021, early morning on the Pacific coast of the Americas. And this full moon in Aquarius is actually the second full moon in Aquarius in a row. 4 weeks ago, I'm making this video actually a week before the full moon. So 3 weeks ago, there was also a full moon in Aquarius at 1 degree Aquarius. And then, so the first degree of the sign of Aquarius. And then this upcoming full moon is going to be the last degree of Aquarius at 29 degrees Aquarius. So it's like a bookends of the degree, the sign of Aquarius. And there's some really powerful energies that I'm feeling called to speak to regarding this full moon and this general time frame, like this whole year and period of years that's very activated with all this Aquarian and Uranian energy. So in particular on this full moon, again, it's a full moon in Aquarius, and Uranus rules the sign of Aquarius in modern astrology, or the version of astrology that I am most familiar with. So this full moon is on Sunday, August 22nd, but 3 days before that, this coming Thursday, the 19th, Uranus, which rules this full moon, is going to be going retrograde at 14 degrees Taurus. So, and then in addition, on the day of the full moon in Aquarius, that full moon again will be at 29 degrees Aquarius, and Jupiter, which is going retrograde in Aquarius, will be very, very close to the full moon at 26 degrees Aquarius. Again, going retrograde, going backward, quote unquote. So this is all pulling in and pulling down and really emphasizing all this Aquarian, Uranian energy again. And then in addition to all that, Mars, which is in Virgo, is going to be at 14 degrees Virgo, trining Uranus, which is going to be going again retrograde at 14 degrees Taurus. So Mars is going to be activating, in this harmonious but activating sense, that Uranian energy also. So given all this Uranian Aquarian energy, I'm feeling really called to drop into what that means, or what it can mean, or what it can be feeling like, and what's the ultimate goal here. So the things I'm feeling called to say are, number one, Uranian energy is often thought of as like the lightning bolt, like strikes the earth, or strikes the planet, or just starts the, ignites the thing that makes immediate change. That's like, boom, something you thought was there just isn't. Something you never thought could be there just is, that kind of instantaneous change energy. And Uranus and Aquarius also, not surprisingly, given that instantaneous lightning bolt energy, can also be associated with trauma and anxiety. And sudden change, or change of any kind, can feel exceedingly traumatic, extremely unnerving. Can just feel like literally the earth has been taken out from under your feet. And Uranus is in Taurus, which is a sign of, usually that's very stable. And so there's like the sense that we could be feeling like, boom, the earth is suddenly out from under our feet is extra possible right now, especially with Mars trining that that Uranus, as it's going retrograde and as it's ruling this full moon in Aquarius. And so, yeah, a big part of what I'm feeling in all of this is the spirit world reminding us that, again, the ultimate goal of the Uranian energy, the Aquarian energy, is not destruction. It's not, obliteration into nothing. In a sense, it is. Well, I'll get to that. But no, the point of it is to move things instantaneously so that they can be released, so that they can be freed up for the particles of that energetic system, whatever it is, to, release into oblivion, but not just to stay in oblivion, to then reconfigure into whatever it is that's more in alignment with, in a sense, the vision of the divine. And I talked about that a bit, I think, in the last video I did on the full moon in Aquarius 4 weeks ago. So yeah, I think of Aquarius as really being about the vision of the divine. And the sign right after Aquarius is Pisces. Pisces is the nothingness, the void of, the everything and the nothing of the divine. And then Aquarius is like one layer, one level of consciousness below that. Below is a tricky word. Is one layer more manifested than the nothingness. So the Aquarian Uranian energy is still, very, very much in, it takes the energy of the nothingness of Pisces and materializes it into a certain level of archetypes and energetic realities and relationships of, energetic particles, electric impulses throughout existence. And but that reality, that Uranian and Aquarian reality, is still high above. It still has like this eagle perch view of reality. It's not down in the Saturnian day-to-day, how am I going to practically live my life kind of reality. So it's still a high level of vision that, is, in a sense, the vision of God. That's one way you could put it. So even when we have this scary, scary moment of things potentially just, changing, whatever that means, like the place you're living or your relationship or your job or anything, so many things, just the concept of what you thought you were doing, your sense of stability, like your sense of emotional ability to ground yourself. So many ways we can be rocked, in this kind of energy. So, and have a lot of anxiety come up, a lot of fear. That's very, very possible with these Uranian energies too. And so the reminder is really, to come back into the center and the calm and the reality that the ultimate purpose, the ultimate goal here is, as hard as it might feel, is well, ultimately a return to the divine and to God, but it's, it's a return to the living into the vision of the divine that is us. It's not separate from us, it is us. Yeah. And just one more thing, I think, which is this Uranian Aquarian energy is so prevalent, so strong in so many ways right now. And all through this year is the Saturn Uranus square, and then moving into next year. Well, last year there was all kinds of Aquarian related stuff going on. 2020, there was all kinds of, the end of 2020, the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in Aquarius happened and like set the stage for this whole new cycle that we're in. And then, coming up in a year and a half, Pluto will be entering Aquarius, which is, pretty big thing upcoming. But I feel like just in this moment, these two full moons in Aquarius are just, even that, are just giving us this little taste of, hey, clear the stuff that's not working. Full moons can be like a completion, a culmination, like the cycle has come to its peak, time to let that go and let it, in a sense, die away so that we can come to the new moon, which is the new energetic moving forward. And so there can be a lot of endings that can feel really scary. A lot of things completing and then eventually starting. Yeah. And I also, from my personal chart, like I have Venus and now Mars just went over. My ascendant is in Virgo and my moon is on my ascendant. So I had Venus cross my moon and my ascendant and is now heading toward my north node. and then right this minute, Mars is sitting right about to be on my moon and then my ascendant in the next couple of days. And so, in my life, I have a lot of things completing and starting. That's like extra emphasized for me, but for so many of us, right? And so like on Tuesday, my oldest child is starting high school and my kids are going back to school for the first time in a year and a half, and other big things going on in my life, but that's like the tiny example of this. Like this time period is just I gave you the easy version of what's going on in my own life, but yeah, there's so many other things happening for so many people. And yeah, I just want to acknowledge the scariness of it, and also the reminder of what the purpose of it is. So yeah, if you're not familiar with me, the real point of what I do and what I'm here to do and what all of my work is about being present for this, exactly this, like this kind of earth-shattering, life-shattering, momentous moment of change, that is happening to so many of us as we are, like, first of all, just being humans, period. But also, in particular, I'm here to support those of us who are in these moments of change and who are navigating it in a way that we're being called to navigate our lives in a way that both is grounded here, human, an earth being, and we in some way or another are being reminded or like even blasted open to the reality that we are also beings of the divine. And that comes with its own beauty and its own challenges, which I've personally experienced over the last many years, many times. Yeah, but my books, the work I do one-on-one with people, my online offerings, everything, all these free videos, everything is all geared to be a place of solace, a place of holding you, holding each of us as equals, as, solid beings, beautiful, powerful, amazing beings who came to this planet at this time, in this moment, to be awake and to be present on the planet, to serve as awake beings of the cosmos, of the divine, and of the earth as humans. So essentially, I'm here to hold your hand if that's what you're needing, and help be a bridge between the spirit world and the earth world, and because it's all the same, really. And yeah, just give any kind of guidance or mentoring or a word of reminding and comfort in whatever way is needed. So if that any of that is calling to you, you can always reach out to me, livingtheonelight.com. And I have a Patreon membership, which you can join for $3 a month, starting at $3 a month. And I'm going to be doing a video for my Patreon members, a channel video regarding this full moon for the members at the $6 a month level and up. And then also, if you're part of the Patreon membership, there's a way to get, you can join it at, starting at $25 a month. You can get one-on-one monthly contact with me that goes all the way up to $125 a month, which, obviously the higher the tier, the more time you get with me. But the $125 a month level is one hour session a month. If you're wanting more like grounded, steady, consistent support over a longer period of time, that's a really affordable way to do that. Yeah, you can do that 25, 45, 90, or 125, depending on what you're needing. Yeah, and I'll be putting out a 2022 astrology journal, which I'm really excited about. I'm finishing that up soon, hopefully. And I have lots of other things going on in the background. You can also connect with any of this at, again, my website, livingtheonelight.com. My books are all on Amazon. And you connect with me, livingtheonelight@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. And I will talk with you soon. Oh, and subscribe to this channel. I would love that. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.